Hey everybody, BarrenDome here. So this week marks 6 months that I've been playing on 2B2T, and I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity in my new library here to do a little story time. So let me take you back to the summer of 2016. Most of you know it well. That's the summer that Rusher made his appearance on 2B and brought along his thousands of fans. So I saw the video, like I'm probably sure most of it, everyone here did, back in June. Here's actually a screenshot from his first video on June 1st of 2016. And I saw the video, and it kind of sparked my interest a little bit. And I tried to log in, like probably like a lot of people, but I hit it was like around 1,500 people in the queue. And I saw that, I chuckled, and I logged off. And I didn't think about it again up until about, it was around July 18th. And I took this screenshot from Imager. This is what actually sparked my interest in 2B. This was the Imager post about the history of 2B. And there was a whole series of it. I think it was about 4 parts. And when I saw that, that really sparked my interest. And, it was just a month later, I tried to log in again. And once again, I hit the queue. It was about 1,300, 1,400 people. And I was like, forget this. I'm just going to log off. So fast forward to about October of 2016. And I was actually playing on the Imager Craft server. It's a community build, no griefing. You help each other out. And we had just moved to, I think, 1.10, and I'd done a big build. And if you ever see one of my old videos, I built this huge industrial complex where I made everything automated where you could trade with villagers. And anyway, it was a huge build, and I just finished it. And I was kind of at a point where, I was getting bored, and I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do on Minecraft anymore. I was getting to a very lull point. And I figured, what? Let me check out, 2B again. And I attempted to log in, and I hit the queue of I think it was like 100, 200. And I sat through that. I eventually got on, and my first video, I did a full my first playthrough. I went through and got out of spawn on first try with no hacks. I thought that was pretty impressive. And then I kept on playing. So from that point, I was playing, I was going out. I discovered the most Megan's base, and I was kind of just making my way, finding an area. And then the next month is when the 11/11 dupe happened, and I was like, awesome! I can, I'm gonna get tons of items. I'm gonna build up my wealth. And that's when I decided to, duplicate tons of ender chests, and I was going to build an entire obsidian pyramid. Out of all, I think I had like 400,000 obsidian blocks at the end of it. I was going to build this huge base. It's going to stand the test of time because, after looking at those Imager posts, I was like, I saw, the Jesus statue at Imp's base, and I was kind of awestruck about that. I was like, somebody built something like that on a server like this, and it stood for probably a long time. And the fact that there were so many people based there, it was quite impressive. That something like that stood for so long on an anarchy server. Eventually got griefed and got destroyed, but just seeing that, it kind of struck me. And I was hoping to duplicate that. I was going to build an obsidian pyramid. It was gonna, I was gonna build it up. It was gonna take a long time. I had so much materials. I was all set to build it, and of course, I screwed that up on my own. I accidentally leaked my coordinates, and it got griefed. And you live and learn, and you move on. So it's been a couple months since then. Moving on, building, learning, and going on. So I thought, it's time again for me to attempt. I want to leave my mark. I've been doing these builds here and there, little builds, but I've got to build something that's really gonna get somebody's attention, that somebody's really gonna see and say, wow, BarrenDome built that. That's quite impressive. I think by now maybe some of you may be thinking that, hey Barren, that librarian looks very familiar. We'll get to that in a second. But it looks like the sun's about to come up. What do you say we step outside for a little bit and get some fresh air?